Good, happy Tuesday morning, August 24, 2021. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Tuesday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Tuesday morning, so let's begin right now. But first, let's begin with a check of your weather and see what's happening with the weather. With more on that, let's go to meteorologist Mike Haddad with a full weather forecast. Flood watch dropped as remnants of Honra move through New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to this weather forecast from meteorologist Mike Haddad.
Make the most of our short but sweet New England summers by playing hard and relaxing better. Mainly Tubs has your answer to better
Hello everyone, meteorologist Mike Haddad here in the Stormwatch 9 Weather Center. Late Monday evening update on our weather and the remnants of Henri moving through parts of New England, including parts of New Hampshire. The good news, all of the flood watches and the one river flood warning have been dropped. So as we go forward, just some nuisance rains from here on out. Could be a few steadier downpours near the coast as some tropical rains and strong storms move out of southeastern Mass and just offshore of New Hampshire, but may clip the immediate coast with a bit of heavier rain for a short time. Beyond that, notice on Futurecast that the last of the rain should be over by 4, 5, 6 a.m. the latest. A lot of low clouds and a bit of fog early tomorrow morning in some spots. Otherwise, some sunshine and temperatures early in the day, 60s north to around 70 far south. By the afternoon, hazy, very warm, and still quite sticky out there. Very gentle wind out of the west-northwest, but a light onshore breeze may cool the coastline down a little bit in the afternoon. And then more hazy sun, even higher temperatures on Wednesday, making a run to around 90 away from the coast. Speaking of 90, a good shot to get there again on Thursday, maybe even a degree or two higher, and by then the humidity is still hanging around. As a cold front approaches, there could be a shower or thunderstorm Thursday afternoon. Beyond that, it's all about sunshine, pleasantly warm temperatures, less humid on Friday. The weekend, partly sunny on Saturday, nice and mild, low humidity, and then a bit unsettled for Sunday and Monday. Highs back to near 80 on Sunday, low to mid 80s on Monday, with partial sun and a few scattered storms.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Mike Haddad. Thank you for that, Mike Haddad. Manchester family returned safely from Afghanistan. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
These are the Joneses. When they decided to look for a bigger house in the area, they knew they needed a local mortgage lender who could move at their pace. At Service Credit Union, we're ready to get you the best terms on your terms. Here for you now and always. Call today.
A big sigh of relief for so many. We can now tell you some more of the information we were withholding last week so as not to inadvertently identify this family in our reports. This is a Manchester husband and wife with 2 young children, a family of 4. So as harrowing as this was for them, what we hadn't been able to say until now is that they were incredibly worried for the safety of their little ones. That's why we made no mention of them in our earlier reports. So here's what unfolded since our last contact with them. Around midweek, they got through a checkpoint, getting past the Taliban, which had confronted them with violence in previous attempts, and they made it into the safety of U.S. custody. From there, it was quite the travel saga, but they finally arrived home at 11 p.m. Friday, and they've been recuperating from this remarkably dangerous experience since then. The mother of the family, who we are still not identifying because of safety concerns regarding her other relatives still in Afghanistan, told us, quote, "I was going to send you more pictures and videos, but unfortunately, my bag got stuck behind with my uncle when we crossed the checkpoint. We just made it through with passports and nothing else. She adds that, quote, my family in Afghanistan is in big danger as they are getting threat calls daily. I have very little cousins. They deserve a fair chance at life. So even with the relief, there is heartache for this family as they are not sure what will happen next in their homeland with the Taliban in charge. But again, to recap, the local family we had been communicating with last week after they were trapped in Afghanistan while visiting relatives is now back home and safe tonight in Manchester. Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Five more Granite Staters die of COVID-19 as hospitalizations rise to its highest point since April. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Golden Corral in Manchester is open and now offers a weekend breakfast buffet. Come on in for a safe, comfortable, customer-friendly experience featuring a delicious, fresh, all-you-can-eat buffet of homemade favorites. Golden Corral at the shops at South Willow in Manchester, the only one for everyone.
The public can be confident that this vaccine meets the FDA's gold standards.
While the FDA and President Biden tout the announcement as a milestone, some New Hampshire residents are still uncertain about COVID vaccines. Right now, the latest data from New Hampshire DHHS says about 54% of residents are fully vaccinated. Kendra Duval from North Stratford tells us she now feels better about Pfizer's vaccine, but not about the others.
If it's not going to be Pfizer, then I don't want the vaccine.
Health officials with Wentworth Douglas Hospital say the announcement should help anyone who took the wait-and-see approach feel confident in all vaccines.
They've had that time to wait and see. And now it's their turn for vaccination. Now that we have that full, rigorous, science-based approval.
And that will help Kendra's decision to get vaccinated when coupled with her concern about family members around her.
I've been on the fence just because my mother is terminally ill, and I would hate to pass that on to her because I know she can't fight it.
So far, more than 200 million Pfizer doses have been administered in the U.S. under special emergency authorization, and hundreds of millions more worldwide since December.
If we can get that increase and start wearing masks indoors, as the CDC recommends, we'll be well on our way to getting this under control.
If they could guarantee me that it was going to be Pfizer, that I'd be okay with. But if they can't guarantee that it's going to be Pfizer, then I don't want it.
And it turns out anyone can choose their vaccine type by going to vaccines.gov. That website will allow you to search locations near you that carry the brand you're looking for. And as far as today's announcement, local health officials are hopeful that Pfizer's vaccine will soon be authorized for use in kids aged 12 to 15 as well. Live in studio, Scott Cook, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man held without bail after two found dead in Bedford hotel. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Make the most of our short but sweet New England summers by playing hard and relaxing better. Mainly Tubs has your answer.
Investigators still on scene at the Country Inn and Suites in Bedford, the entrance blocked by crime tape. Saturday night, around 7 o'clock, they responded to a horrific scene. One victim, David Hanford, found suffocated. 28-year-old Nathan Cashman found dead with multiple wounds from a machete. His friends in shock.
Nate was, he was the kindest person, honestly, I've ever met. He had the biggest heart.
42-year-old Theodore Lucky from New Jersey, waiving arraignment, held on felony charges for the murders and for being a felon in possession of deadly weapons, including the machete, a pistol, and brass knuckles. The Attorney General's office has sealed the affidavit that could reveal why the men were here on Saturday and if and how they knew each other. But Nathan's friend says Nate and Lucky were longtime friends and that he heard from Nate just a few hours before he was killed.
I'm good, because it's like 4:05. I get a Facebook message from Nate. And he says, hey, I'm with Lucky. He wants to know if you're out of work, so, we can hang out.
He says he made up an excuse because he didn't feel comfortable around Lucky. Now he's trying to give his friend a proper burial.
We're trying to raise, money so we can have the service he deserves.
We are, aware of the impact that something like this has on the victims' families, obviously, as well as the community.
The investigation's still very active. According to New Jersey prison records, Theodore Lucky pleaded guilty to multiple charges, including kidnapping, in New Jersey in 2012 and was released from prison this past May. He's now held without bail in New Hampshire. In Bedford, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.